literally just now noticed that this whole time I had the wrong desktop audio sound audio source, whatever, on this. Apologies for the very awkward silence these last few minutes. I promise that won't happen again. Anyway, I will be here in a little bit. Just give me one last minute and then we'll get started with this. Hello everybody! I am overexposed like all hell. Holy shit. I should probably do something about that. Beautiful. I am very sorry about that. Let me see if I can fix that. It keeps happening. This kind of thing just keeps happening. For some reason, the Logitech G Hub just loves to ruin my live streaming day by turning up the exposure way too high. That should hopefully be better. Hopefully that doesn't blind anybody. Bright and sunny indeed. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I am not really having a good day. Today has been rather shit, actually. Haven't exactly been feeling it very well today. I was supposed to get some editing work done. Like, I was gonna work a little bit on this Phantom Strider project today. But I figured at this moment I would much rather just kind of go on a live stream and have some fun on there. So I'm just gonna close out of this editing program that I'm currently working in, and I will probably get back to that this night or tonight or whatever. So sorry to hear that. That's fine, honestly. It happens. Like, some shit happens, you know. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's just something that I have to deal with right now, and you know, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. Just a little hard is all, but you know, that's life. So yeah. Working on a Pikmin video at the moment. A Pikmin video. Interesting. I haven't really seen that many Pikmin videos over the years. I've seen a lot of content lately in regards to the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Or Banana-nanza, I believe it was. I don't know. One of those. But, Pikmin is a franchise that I have not seen that much about in quite some time. I did see one video that I just want to show real quick. I'm not gonna play it, but it is something that I've seen a couple of years ago. I believe it was made by Count Shaman, which he in general just makes some of the most unique and interesting content that I've ever seen on video games. He doesn't really make that much content anymore, unfortunately. I'm not entirely certain as to why, but he doesn't really make that much content anymore, which is kind of a shame. Because I think he has the potential to become a really ridiculously big content creator if he was to put out more really good content. And I've seen some really fantastic content from this guy over the years. But yeah, the video that I recommend you watch is this one right here. It is the Can the Giant Bread Bug Kill 100 Pigmen? And it's basically about a whole lot of different unique ways that you can allow the bread bug to kill the pigmen. Which is pretty, it's a pretty interesting video. It's very well put together. I personally really like it. I greatly recommend you would check it out. It's made by Koen Kist. I love the giant bread bug. The bread bug is so much fun. He's a good guy. Not really one of my favorite bosses in all of gaming, but I mean, you cannot go wrong with the bread bug. I do have something really, really cool to show you. While I'm flipping this, this is a clone of the Blade Runner Systems replicant that I've been flipping a lot recently. It's a really fun little battle song trainer that I've really enjoyed. I've been flipping it a lot more than I really thought I would, because it just feels so incredibly good to me. But recently I received a package that had me excited, but it also had me a little bit nervous, because this is not something that you should be owning in the Netherlands. Something like this, you know, a balisong trainer is already kind of a borderline of, hey, is this something that you should be owning? According to the police, you really are not allowed to own a balisong trainer like this, so this is already kind of borderline, hey, is that something that you should be wielding or owning or whatever? But this right here is a little bit different, because I recently got a package. First of all, that latch is really tough to deploy. This right here is an actual live blade. So, this is actually sharp, and it's ridiculously sharp. I need to make sure that I don't show any personal information on this. Not that it matters too much, because I'm gonna cut it up anyway. But here's what happens with a relatively thin piece of paper. It's sharp. It's so incredibly sharp. And it's actually kind of scary how sharp this thing is. Oh, oops. Nearly dropped the paper onto the floor. But yeah, it's actually kind of scary how sharp this thing is. I need to be very careful with it. Now, this is not something that that I will be flipping at all, because it is so sharp, and I'm really, really scared that I will cut myself with this. Now, I know some, I don't want to say professionals, because I don't think anyone really does this kind of thing professionally, but, a lot of people will tell me, you should flip a live blade, you should flip a sharp blade, because, flipping trainers will lead to bad habits, and, flipping a live blade will, teach you to, respect the bite handle. The bite handle is the handle, which has this. So, when you get your finger stuck between the blade and bite handle, this would normally be where you would cut yourself. Not on this. This is a trainer, so I can just do this, and absolutely nothing bad will happen from it. But it is. If you want to learn to flip balisong seriously, you will have to learn to respect the bite handle on both trainers and on live blades. So you basically just treat your trainer as if it's a live blade. But a lot of people just are incapable of doing that. I personally don't really care about that, to be honest, because trainers is literally all I'm going to flip anyway. And the reason why trainers is the only thing that I will be flipping is because ballad songs are already illegal enough as is in the Netherlands. So it's not really something that I'm really all that interested in flipping sharp blades of. And also, I'm just way too clumsy, and I'm not quite the kind of guy who would wants to cut myself because I'm learning a trick on it or whatever. That is not something that I enjoy doing, and that is definitely not something that I would enjoy doing. I would much rather just flip a little bit more casually and just enjoy what I'm doing without having to cut myself. And that is a very, very personal thing. There's a lot of people who do prefer to have that kind of risk factor to it and to just do this kind of thing a little bit more seriously by having a sharp blade and having that extra risk of when you mess up a skill or a trick or whatever, that you run into the risk of cutting yourself. Now, of course, if you're careful and not an idiot like me, that will probably not happen. But if you are... Oh, God. If you are like me, you're probably going to drop your knife in a really horrendous way, and you will catch the blade. I wanted to catch the blade there. And you will catch the... Good Lord. You will catch the blade and get a horrendous cut. But I am not going to let that happen to me, because I am not even going to try and flip a live blade like that, because I am actually not that incredible at hand dexterity kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, I do own a live blade now. It is something that I do own. And, but I'm gonna be honest, literally the only reason I even own this in the first place now is because I made a mistake when I ordered this thing, because I was looking for a trainer on AliExpress. This specific one is a Benchmade 42 clone. It was made by The One, and the reason why I bought this was because I really wanted to own a Benchmade 42 clone. Specifically because the Benchmade 42, Benchmade had discontinued the 42 a really, really, really long time ago. Like, they don't make it anymore, they don't sell it anymore. So, I'm like, I really would love to own a Benchmade 42 or a 40T in my case, because the 40T is the trainer variant of this. However, unfortunately, I made a mistake when I bought this, because I wanted to get a trainer, and the listing also showed a picture of the trainer of this. But I mean, I guess I'm very certain you can fill in the blanks, right? Like, I ended up buying the live blade variant of this, which I guess it's cool. I guess it's cool that I now get to say, hey, I own an actually sharp blade. An actually sharp ballad song. But I would not ever bother to try and flip this. Also, a little bit of a side tangent, but this thing is actually quite small when compared to some of the ballad songs I own. Like, this is my Armed Shark Replicant clone, and it is actually a lot bigger in comparison to the 42 clone. Now, I have a number of different ballad songs at my disposal. Let me just grab a bunch of them. I got this whole case. This whole case, I got a bunch of them. So there's, I believe, 3 different ballad songs in this. Oh, there's only like 2. That's also fine. So right now in front of me I have 4 different ballad songs. I got this, which is my replicant clone. I got this, which is the 42 clone. I got this plastic thing, which is the Squiddy, which is so far my favorite one to flip. Specifically because it's just really, really fun to flip. Unless it hits me on the chest, that's really nice. I really love flipping this thing, it's so much fun. And I also own the one that I showed in one of my videos a while ago. This is my Nabalis Morse, which is actually kind of beat up. It's really, really beat up. And let me just show you what the size difference is between these two. Like, the Morse is actually... Oh my god, how can I show this properly? Ow. The Morse is still a good bit bigger than the 42 is. I'm actually missing a ballad song in front of me here. Let me see if I can find it. Right here. It's right here. Okay, so, I got this one, which is my Nabalis Extrusion, which I also showcased in the one video that I made, and it is enormous in comparison to the 42. Like, this thing is not even that big. It's actually, in my experience at least, it's actually a little bit it's a good bit smaller than some of the other ballad songs that I have in front of me here. But this is still plenty big enough for most of the tricks that you would probably want to do on it. This is still so good to flip, though. I love this thing. I don't flip it nearly enough, I feel like. But it's still a really good flipper. I love it to bits. It still feels like home every single time I flip it. But anyway. There's a bunch of others that I also have at my disposal here. So let me just show them. I already showed the Squiddy. So this is actually one of my... this is probably my biggest ballad song, just in sheer handle size alone. This is my Firefly. And, oh... Oh, man. This is so cool. So this is actually, I believe, the biggest ballad song that I own. And, I mean, yeah, it kind of dwarfs the 42 by comparison. If I could properly show this. It's really massive. But, you know, that's kind of also part of the charm of the Firefly. Oh man, that's chunky and that's so... It's loud, but it sounds really dang sick. And this is actually one of my favorites of the bunch. The Firefly is probably my favorite in terms of just plain old fun. The Squiddy is my favorite one to flip because it's light and really agile and really good. This is actually my favorite one in terms of the way it looks. And it is the Nabalis Wing. It has this really cool watery look to it because of that anodization that it has on it. And it's absolutely sick. It's also massive compared to the 42. Again, it is really, really big. Like this 42 clone. I was not expecting it to be as small as it is. Like, I was actually kind of like, wait a second, this looks smaller than it probably should be. And, I'm sorry, it's just so addicting. And then when I actually took a closer look at it, I'm like, yeah, this actually is a lot bigger than it probably should be. Which is fine, it doesn't really matter too much, but, like, I mean... I was really surprised to see how small this this thing is. Anyway, I'm gonna put away the the collection in a minute. Just gonna latch this thing. There we go. And put it down on my desk. Probably not gonna take that one out for quite some time anymore, because I really don't feel like messing with that thing too much. I just wanted to show a little bit of my ballad song collection. In total, I currently have 7 ballad songs, which is really cool. I do genuinely really enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and especially because there's just so many different ballad songs that I've been flipping. My collection is relatively diverse. Planning on getting more? I definitely plan on getting a lot more, because this hobby is so diverse, and there's so many different ballad songs that you could flip. There's so much cool stuff to be found here. And I absolutely love it. It is exceptionally sick to get into this hobby. Now, I would not get any more live blades, probably. Because this stuff is just really, really not for me. But I will definitely hold on to the 42. Just for the sake of having a live blade around, so I can use it as a box cutter or whatever. Hello, Mikwi. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Nice to have you here with us. What I wanted to do today, just because I felt like chilling a little bit, was do something a little bit different from what I usually do, and that is to essentially just mess around a little bit with some Linux-related stuff. Because why the heck not? I still need to position my microphone a little bit better here, because it's kind of in the way of what I'm doing here. I'm hungry. Then you should probably go get something to eat, my friend. Alright. Let's see. I have a couple of ISOs that we could mess around with today. So, I'm kind of thinking maybe I should mess around a little bit with Ubuntu Unity again, because I have not used that thing in a long time. But then again, I don't know if there's a newer version of Ubuntu Unity that I could also mess around with. Let's actually check. Apparently there is. Okay. Now, I might be able to upgrade to that version of Ubuntu if I end up installing this and install it and try to upgrade it, but I have something to eat right next to me. Nice! Yeah, we're gonna install Ubuntu Unity for the time being. I'm hoping that this will allow me to install a newer version of it, but there's only one way to find out. I really am not sure. Let's install this with 100 gigs. That's fine. And this should start up the VM. Yes. But I'm not gonna let that do that yet. First, I want to edit this shit a little bit. Give it 8 gigs, and that should do it. Let's get started. Unity! Yeah! Here we go. I have not messed around with this distro in quite some time. I haven't really messed with anything Ubuntu related in general, actually. And the reason why is not necessarily because I think it's a bad distro. It's just something that I don't really prefer to use anymore. Because Ubuntu has, and Debian-based systems in general have just kind of, I don't know. They just don't really do it for me anymore. I much prefer using something like, say, Arch Linux or whatever. Because Arch Linux just feels a little bit more like something that I like to use. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's go for a full install. Actually, let's do, a normal installation. I don't need any of this stuff. So I'm probably not going to do any of that right now. Let's install this thing. And this is going to just be Ubuntu. Hit next, hit install. And let's see what happens. So, fun fact, this is actually a distribution that I recommend some people to get started with. I recently actually watched a video by PewDiePie. He made an entire video about how he got into Linux quite some time ago. And basically, there was this one part where he was like, hey, you have the option to pick between all of these beautiful distros. And he made a beautiful comment where it's like, people often don't know which Linux distribution they should use, or what they should start with. And because there's so many options and it's kind of polarizing to people, and people don't know what would be the best option for them. And then literally what Pewt says is, just pick one. And I honestly think that is so incredibly true. Like, if you want to get started with Linux, there is literally no bad option that you could go for. You can pick literally anything, and learn how to use Linux on it. It really does not matter. Just pick a distro and run it and see if you like it. If you do, great. If you don't, then maybe Linux just is not for you, or maybe you need to get used to it, or anything like that. You know, it's a process that you're going to have to go through. But yeah, if you want to run Linux, if you have to pick a distro, if you have to pick a distro, just pick one. Anyone will do. Anyone will do you perfectly fine, if you're willing to put in a little bit of time and effort into relearning the way that your computer works. Because that is one thing that you need to do. Bless Beauty, he's a father now. Yeah, I know. He has a beautiful son. So yeah. Alright, welcome to Ubuntu Unity, ladies and gentlemen. Let's log into this thing and see what we got. First of all, let's do something about that horrendous screen resolution. Because this resolution is bad. You do not want to use your resolution, your screen like this. There we go. That's a lot better. I kind of wish I had a script, or I knew how to write a script that detects the maximum resolution of your display, so it will grab that in your virtual machine. But I will have to figure out a way to write something like that. Do we have a terminal? Of course we have a terminal. What terminal is this? I'm very curious. Oh, it just uses GNOME terminal. Okay. For GNOME 47. So it's kind of an old version of the terminal. But that's fine. Oh, oops. Let's update all of this. 345 packages can be upgraded. I could potentially do that. I don't necessarily have to. What I want to do first is I want to figure out where do I install full-on system updates. Other software. That's not where you do it, I think. What am I supposed to do for software? That's Synaptic Package Manager. That's not necessarily what I need. Software Updater. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is going to grab all of the security packages, it looks like. All of this stuff. Other updates. It will grab software updates, okay. We'd also grab all of that, yeah. Let's see. Updated software has been issued since. Okay. What versions of... How do I update to the latest version of Ubuntu? Can I even do that? That's an excellent question. I want to see if I can figure out how to upgrade... How to upgrade Ubuntu. Upgrade Ubuntu desktop. Okay. I don't think... Yeah, okay. So I have to run this in the terminal in order to do this. That's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. Let's actually just do that then. But before I do that, I actually just want a different terminator because I... No, you know what? Let's just keep it at this. So this will upgrade 341 packages. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this will update all of these packages, which might take a little bit to do. Which is all good. It doesn't really, It doesn't take a really long time. It just takes... Because it has a lot of packages to upgrade, it might take a little bit of time, but not too much. There we go. But yeah, just give her a minute and it should all be good in a short time. So much code. Now this may look complicated, but it really is not. It's just giving you a really, really verbose idea of what it's doing. Which basically means that you can actually get to see what the system is doing instead of having everything happen ambiguously over a progress bar. It actually shows you the different packages and the different names and even all of the different domains that those packages come from. It shows you so much information about what it is actually doing and why it's doing it and oh, oops. And where it's getting all of these packages from and whatnot, and it's... I know it looks complicated, but it really is not once you know what it is actually doing right now. Although, oh god. Like, especially if you're not used to seeing something like this, if you don't use Linux, this may not make a whole lot of sense to you, but it will. It's really nothing too crazy. Speaking of code, though, there is something that I have been working on that I kind of want to show. I'm not going to show this inside of this instance of Ubuntu because I kind of just want to use that for all. I just want to let that do its thing while it's updating. But what I do want to do is I'm going to show you guys a little bit on my GitHub. And I'm going to show you what I've been working on there. It's pretty something. Let me just put this in right there. Oh, oops. Oh, whoops. I'm an idiot. Oh, no. What are you doing, Koen? What are you doing? There we go. Okay, so welcome to my GitHub, ladies and gentlemen. What I want to show you is this. I will watch your new video today or tomorrow. I know you worked hard on it. It's in my watch later. That's perfectly fine. You can watch it whenever you can. But yeah, this right here is a little GitHub project called Koen OS. I worked on it on and off over the course of 2 years at this point. Just kind of working out a bunch of things. And what I've been working on recently is this Arch install script that basically just lets you install Arch Linux from the ground up with my customizations done to it. It's still far from being finished. I still have a lot to figure out with this. But this is something that I've been working on for the last little while. And it's something that I'm actually really excited about sharing a little bit more of once I have more of it finished. Because there's just so much that goes into that project. And I'm really excited to finally get it out there. Wait, what? Oh, wait. I got a feeling that might have something to do with... Oh. That might have something to do with the fact that this version of Ubuntu is really, really old at this point. Okay. Well, that's the end of that. I will have to grab a new Ubuntu Unity image when I get the chance, but not today. I'm not going to do that right now. This is, however, a good opportunity to show you guys the script that I'm working on. Because I think that would be really interesting and really, really fun to see. So let me just show you guys what I've been doing lately. So first of all, welcome to Arch Linux. This is a system that I've been using for 1.5 years almost at this point. And this is not my specific desktop environment. This is something that I'm using just kind of because right now. And the first thing that I probably would want to do is update the system, because I have not done that on this in quite some time. So let me just update this real quick. Should not take a horribly long time. Oh, look at that. That does not look like very many packages at all, actually. So I'm very certain that's probably fine. So if I hit enter here. Ah, yeah. There we go. So we're going to let this go through. And once this is done, I can show you guys what I've been working on lately. It's quite a lot. Let's actually zoom into this a little bit first. There we go. I do this so that you will be able to actually see what's going on in this. How much bigger do I want this to be? A little something like that. There we go. Ta-da! Ah, there we go, finally. Yeah, 74 packages. That's really not a crazy package amount. Especially considering I have not updated this in little over a week. So... Which is honestly just about perfect. If you're going to run Linux, make sure that you update your system at least once a week. Especially if you're on Arch Linux. Make sure that you update relatively consistently. Don't just leave your system hanging for too long. Update it every once in a while and you will probably be fine for the longest time. It's all good. So this is usually the time where you would grab a snack, grab a drink or whatever while it's doing its thing. Because there's really not a whole lot more that you have to do from this point forward. Now, I know that you can very well just run this in the background and do other things in the system. But me personally, I just prefer not running into the risk of breaking something, because I've had way too many Arch Linux installs break on me over the years. Just because I did something stupid, or because I was running something in the background while this was still running, and I don't like to do that anymore. So I would much rather just run this, let it sit, and not do anything else with the system until the system is ready and I can reboot it and it will all be good. Because Arch Linux is far too fragile for me to feel comfortable with just doing random stuff in the background. Good lord. While this is running an update, it's just... No, I don't like doing that. New optional dependencies for fast fetch, which were already installed, so that's good. No need to worry about that anymore. Everything falls today. Yeah, it really does. And it's a good thing this thing is made out of plastic. So that way I won't have to worry about it breaking on me or whatever. Like if it was any of my aluminum trainers, I would be a little bit more upset. But this thing is made out of plastic, and it's made and it's relatively cheap, so I don't have to cry every single time it hits the ground. It's perfectly fine. And also, to be fair, I'm also just kind of flipping like an idiot right now. I'm really not doing any of this remotely seriously, so really doesn't matter. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. Alright. Let's reboot. I kind of want to change around this boot menu for Arch, because it looks kind of ugly in my opinion. I don't really like the way that it looks. So that is something that I'm definitely going to look into switching around at some point. But until then, what I have works perfectly fine. Alright, let's see what we have. So first of all, I want to give you guys a quick run of what I have on the system. It's just plain old Arch Linux. It's really nothing all that special. I'm running this on a virtual machine, as you probably know. It has very few packages installed because I really don't need all that many. And it's running a pretty good graphic environment that I like. But let's actually just get into the scripts. So we got GitHub Desktop right here. Next up we have a terminal that I did not ask for, but thank you anyway. We get Cursor, which is the file editor that I use, or the text editor if you will. This contains all of the code for the script. And yes, it is actually a really sick script that that I ended up creating. Now what I would like to do is I kind of just want to test it out real quick to see if it works. And if it does, I will be really happy. If it doesn't, then I will be really upset. So let's see what happens. And apparently I already installed Arch on this. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Wait a second. I think I made a bit of a mistake. I need to do something real quick. Before I do anything, because I already installed Arch Linux on another virtual machine with my install script to see if everything works, and there is one tiny little mistake that I need to fix. So let's open up GitHub Desktop again, and let's open up Cursor so I can actually edit the text. And I'm not especially good at this kind of thing, so I'm kind of gonna ask some help. Let the user pick a display manager of their choosing between SDDM, LightDM. What else is there? Oh, flip. What else is there? Let's actually just look into that real quick. Display Manager Linux. What other options are there? CDM. Login X. I don't think I know. Oh no, those are console. Never mind. SDDM, LXDM. LXDM. What else do we have? XDM. Don't know if I want to use that one. And let's actually also use Entrance. System CTL enable the display manager the user ends up picking. All right. And now it's just going to write the whole script. And that should do it. So from here, what I can do is I can just save the whole file. And commit, push. And that should do the trick. So from here, what I can do is shut down the VM. And we're going to start this one up again. However, this time, we're going to boot from the CD-ROM. Which is just an Arch installer. Push it to the limit. Yes, indeed. Now you're about to witness me installing this system. Let me just do this real quick. And then we're gonna do a pacman-sy and then git. So it's going to grab all of this. Do you want to delete it? I don't think that's a good idea. No packages were upgraded. Did this even install the package? No, it did not. Okay. Let's try reinstalling that thing. Okay, there we go. Let's do a git clone. And do a github.com/PhoenixStarYT/KoenOS Arch Linux. And now it's just going to clone everything in that script. And it should be done in within a matter of seconds, because it's literally just simple scripts. It's really nothing all that exciting. And there we go. And let's go into KoenOS Arch Linux. And then Arch install. Yeah, there we go. We're in the script. So it's going to ask you if you're a beginner or if you're an intermediate user. We're going to go intermediate. And we're going to install it to this drive. Proceed. And now it should, hopefully, install everything onto the drive that we just mounted. It should have wiped everything, and hopefully it installs everything onto the drive. Hopefully. If it didn't, then I guess I got some more troubleshooting to do. I would be really upset if this does not work now. Because I spent way too much time on this for it to not work. I'm probably gonna end the stream not that long after this. Because my voice is kind of starting to hurt and... yeah, I honestly really don't feel like doing a live stream for 2 hours this time. It's gonna be a little bit of a short one. Just so you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a short one. But, hey! At least you got to see me, right? Yeah, today has just really not been... it for me. It's been a relatively long day. Oh, God. I'm sorry, guys. I'll probably get back into getting some editing work done after this, though. Just because I do have a deadline that I need to fulfill, and you don't want to leave Strider hanging too long. No, I'm just kidding. Strider, if you're watching, you're awesome. And I will definitely get that segment done when it's I have no idea what the hell I was saying there. I will definitely get that segment done for you. Just takes a little bit. Don't worry. It'll be done very, 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 very soon. Now this right here is where a lot of the code in Linux comes in. Because this is a lot of text flying by. And the reason why there's a lot of text flying by is because it's literally telling you everything that it's doing in the background right now. So it's giving you virtually everything that you need to know about, or it's giving you everything that you need to know about what is happening on your system right now. Which, as you can probably imagine, is quite a lot. Okay, so this lets me install an AUR helper, but I don't think that'll work. No, that's not going to work. It doesn't let me install an AUR helper from here. I should probably look into getting that fixed when when I can, but not today. I will install... let's install yeah, let's install Plasma. Plasma is one that I've always enjoyed using. It's going to install all of this junk that probably no one in their right mind ever needs, but like, that's a small price you have to pay if you want to use anything Linux related anymore. It's all good. Oh, okay. You know what? I think that's my cue to call it early. Sorry guys, I know this has been a really short stream, but I am getting tired and I honestly feel like I should probably stop the stream right now before you guys end up witnessing me being half awake and half asleep, and I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. So anyway, thank you all for watching. This live stream has been really disjointed. I'm really, really sorry. I will get back to you guys very soon with hopefully a little bit of a better stream. This one just has not been it. But yeah, I will do my best to get something a little bit better out for you guys very soon again. Thank you guys for watching regardless, and I will see you all in the next one.